Returning to one of our top stories now, Donald Trump is encouraging anti-government protesters in Iran to keep rallying. The president is promising the US will intervene in the unrest. More than 2,000 people are feared dead in a crackdown on the protests. The ongoing internet blackout is a cause for concern, of course, for Iranian Australians who are now unable to contact friends and family who remain in the country. Joining me live in the studio is Iranian in Australia, Dr. Minoo Ghamari. Thank you very much for your time. Firstly, how are you? I mean, you obviously have friends and family in the region that you'd be unable to contact. How are you feeling?
We feel hopeful. We feel hopeful that this time something will change. I haven't heard from my family in 5 or 6 days since the internet blackout. But that's what they want. That's what the regime wants. They want you not to see when they kill. But somehow, being in 2026, the internet not working in Iran, although it's awful, but the videos are getting out and you can see the number of deaths. And I talked to a couple of people yesterday and this morning. I talked to a friend in Tehran, in Shiraz, and in Rasht. They all confirmed what you've been hearing, more than 12,000 killed. In Tehran, my friend told me that they put the bodies on top of each other, creating a little hill for everyone to get scared and stay in. That's the level of barbarism that we're dealing with.
This to me feels very, very different this time around. And there is no point of surrendering at the moment. That's what it seems, that people are not backing down there. Is that the feeling that you're getting too?
Yes, this feels really different. In the past, there have been uprisings, and they did the same thing. Shut off internet, kill loads of people, and we in the West watch and condemn and say nice words, and then everybody goes back to their lives with everyone died for no reason. But this time, we have governments speaking up all around the world, but President Trump specifically. We finally have a leader who stepped in and said, I'm going to help you transit from this government to a secular one. Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. We never had that. He's the only opposition who actually stepped in and said, I'm here. He called people to go to protests, and millions went out after his calling.
You've got, as you said, I just want to pick up on the point there about the US saying that it stands ready to help here. You've got people in the area begging for help from President Trump too. What kind of form do you think that will look like from the US?
You know that we cannot predict him. President Trump, it's very hard to say what he's going to do, but he did promise, and he comes off as a man who's a man of his word. We've seen that in the past, that if he says he's going to do something, he will. And he said 6 or 7 times in the past week that if you don't stop shooting the protesters who are only protesting their basic human lives, I'm going to come for you. And he said it in the past 24 hours that he's going to do it. He's going to come and support the protesters. Let's remember, these people in Iran, they're fighting an ideology. They're fighting not only their own fight, the same ideology that leaks out and infects the West. Recently, Australian government has put the Islamic Republic Guard Corps, IRGC, in a terrorist list. Why do you think that is? Because of the terrorist activities they had in the country. So they're a danger to you here too. And just by putting them on a list, they're not going to go away. They're already here. They have children here. So by putting them on a list, they're not going to go away. So help the people of Iran fight the good fight, get rid of this barbaric regime so we can all live in peace.
Minoo, how do you see the next weeks playing out? So you see the only solution to this, or regime falling and regime change, as the US intervening. Is that correct?
People in Iran are asking for help. Whoever I talked to yesterday, they said, listen, we are still protesting, but less. Because 12,000 died in the past 3-4 days. Where else have you heard that happening from the same government that's holding those people hostage with no internet? And they're asking for help. And they said, we thought help's going to come. And they still are hopeful. And these people are facing machine guns with bare hands. They're not going to win without us helping them. And it's to our best interest, too, to help them.
There's talk of Reza Pahlavi, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, who's offered to help lead the country's transition if the regime falls. Now, he, of course, is the son of Iran's last Shah. What's your thoughts on this? A lot of people are calling and chanting his name in the streets, I understand. Can I get your response to that?
I would only follow what my people are calling in the streets. I don't get a say in it. And they're calling his name. And to the people who oppose that, especially people who don't live in Iran, who are not fighting our fight, who are not Iranians, I would say, please go pay attention to whatever you were paying attention till now, because you didn't care when we were getting slaughtered. Now suddenly you came out thinking that you are going to have a voice, telling the world that Iran doesn't want the US to intervene. Iran doesn't want a monarchy. It's not about monarchy. It's about a leader who can transit us, help us transit from this government to another. And he is the only choice. No one else has stepped up. Show me one more opposition that has come through and said, you know what, I'm going to help, I'm going to be there. There's no one else.
There's been this imposed weight of repression, people deprived of their fundamental freedoms. And as I said before, there is no surrender in sight. Thank you very much. We'll leave it there for today. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
We'll speak to you soon.
Cheers,
Thank you.
Of course.